everyone, and welcome back to Dāku Souru Tsu. We're just left off after beating Mitha the Baneful Queen. As you can see, I'm being stalked by the grave keepers over there, but managed to outrun them. Died in the process the first time though. Now I wanted to actually start recording, but we made it for the second time. So after you beat Mitha, of course, you proceed straight to the Iron Keep. That's where we should be going right now, but I would actually like to make a little detour. And before I tell you where we're going, I would like to point out that the immaculate design of the crossguard of the rapier is it actually looks really good. It looks genuinely authentic, except the two divisions in the middle, I believe, could have been made into one actual piece on the crossguard, but I am not an expert of historical European martial arts. So here we are at the Iron Keep, as you can see, just like I promised. Still got a bit of the cold, so yeah, my voice is still gonna be messed up like I said in the past video. What we're actually gonna do now is just sit at this bonfire and go back to Majula. And that's our next stop. But anyway, it's good to have you guys back, of course, as always, thanking you all for your support and all the things you've done. The reason why I came back to Majula, first of all, before we head out, is I need to pick up pieces of dialogue, or at least I need to check if people have any dialogue for me, and then we move forward.
Quite a hive of activity we are these days. I'd forgotten how much comfort a little companionship can bring. Once I'd lost everything, but now I am grateful for what you have taught me. It is very little, but please, take this.
Okay, so the crestfallen warrior over here, Solden, gives you a very important item.
May you find peace on your journey.
He gives you a very important item, and it's one item we will be using in this playthrough indeed. And that is the soul vessel. If I can find it, I'll read this description. Apparently I already have two. A vessel that will accept your souls. It can allow reallocation of levels, but without proper assistance it may simply drain you of your souls. If you truly wish to start again, go to the place where your journey began. So pretty much what you do is you take the soul vessel to the firekeepers back in things betwixt, and then you drain all your souls and all your levels into the soul vessel. It will accept them, as it says, and then after that pretty much you can reallocate your points to suit whatever you really want to do. So maybe if you started off and you're moving along the path of magic, and then you realize actually that you just want to go along the path of strength and faith, for example, then you can reallocate your intelligence, you can reallocate maybe some of your attunement slots or some of your dexterity, and move on to strength and faith, putting your points there. The reason why I said I would want to use one is right now I'm not too sure as to what I want the final result of this build is. I'm still 100% sure that I will be going for a hex build that uses pyromancers on the side. But the problem that I have right now is I don't know which weapon I want to use. I potentially would like to use the Espada Rapera as my final weapon, with a secondary weapon of a katana of my choice, whether the Uchi Katana or the Chaos Blade, depending on how lazy or willing I am to get the blade. On the other hand, as much as I would like to use those two weapons, I would like to use the Crypt Black Sword that you get for defeating the Rotten using a bonfire ascetic and taking his soul to, I think it's Weaponsmith Omifex or someone else, I forgot. But anyway, it's just those two. Those two sets of weapons require two different sets of stats, so I'm not too sure.
look at our new neighbors. How they fret over all and sundry. Oh, those were better days. Ah, dear me. It really takes me back. Have you seen that pit, that gaping hole in the earth? I don't know what it's like down below, but I wouldn't suggest trying to find out. Besides, you'll never make it down there. Not without a ladder of some sort. The flame you see there is a bonfire. They exist all across the land, beacons to we undead. If you are tired, try resting beside the flame. The flame heals us.
The flame heals
May
us
you
all.
find peace on your journey.
Well, Solden, as much as he has given up hope on himself, is so willing to help you, the lost and dead. That's one key component of why I actually like the guy in all that's bad with him.
You again?
What had I wanted from her? What did I want from her? I guess we could pick up some of these. I'm not too sure how many souls this will cost. 6,000. Don't think it's worth 8,000. Let's just get 7 more just to make 10. 2,000 souls. Throwing knives were good. 1 firebomb just in case. And let's talk to her.
We call this place Maju, not
Yeah, no new dialogues from her.
Thank you.
We've got 2 new additions to Majula, of course. Let's talk to her.
Oh, fancy meeting you here. Speak up if you need anything at all, alright?
Let's see, let's talk.
These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor, and some unique stones provide special benefits. Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are easily spotted, but I've learned quite a lot, really. You know how they call this place Drang Lake, right? Well, in the old lore, in stories and the like, they said it had another name. What was it? Well, I don't know. It's just something I heard. Since long, long ago, many kingdoms have risen and fallen on this very spot. Each like a great flame that turns to soot. Maybe that's why people don't remember much about the past.
And that's just some information about the fact that, well, not the fact, but the assumption that Drang Lake is actually standing on the ground where Lordran existed, and she does reference to the fact that after the time of the Chosen and Dead, after Gwyn threw himself to the flame and the fire was either linked or diminished, the great kingdoms that arose from that particular time till now all came to power and all vanished, just like a flame would. She's referencing that within that dialogue, and she doesn't say she knows the name of the place where this great kingdom stood. So as the player, you would like to believe that this place, this Drang Lake, was Lordran, and you do come across some souls, you do come across some items that were there within the time of the Chosen and Dead in Lordran, which helps you point to the fact that this could be Lordran. These places could resemble Lordran, or it could just be another place and people are just talking rubbish, and traders and merchants have brought these items over from the ruins of Lordran to this particular place where people where people don't actually know themselves, where people have lost their memories and don't know where they belong.
You see that blacksmith over there? Is he one of those hollows? He seems to keep eyeing me up. He sort of looks like my father. He's a blacksmith too, you see. The poor man's such a worrywart. But he wouldn't follow me out here, would he?
Actually, he would.
I was born in a land to the west, Volgan, famous for its merchants. There were great, bustling cities. But for me, they were suffocating. And so I set out, in search of stones in faraway lands. There are dangers, for certain, but I much prefer to live this way. But for the life of me, I can't remember how I ended up here. It's as if I were drawn to the place, or lured in. Oh, I don't know. These stones may look all the same.
Feel exhausted. Oh, hey, don't shout. Actually, let's see what she has. Not like I have money to buy something. Here's a hex called Dead Again. Hex that casts dark flame upon corpses, causing them to combust violently. So you get extra damage of the people you've killed. Solar Peas, one of the lost miracles, preserved only in the undead crypt, inflicts heavy damage on mindless hollows, but has no effect on anything else. So some PvE hexes over there. We have some bonfire ascetics and some titanite shards.
No interest.
Suit yourself. Let's talk to the blacksmith. Let's talk to her father.
I knew you'd be around soon. Go on.
We could check. We have no items to repair. We could reinforce our our rapier. As it's currently the only weapon we can use with these stats. 2 large titanite shards. Is it really worth it? I don't know. I'll hold on to it for now. Because I only have 2. But we have souls. Let's just do it. Okay, let us talk to him.
Drat. You're worse than my reckless daughter. Don't spend your whole life in transit, you hear? You'll need souls to repair, and I know only... Don't waste your...
Okay.
I'll be around.
He is hinting at his daughter potentially being her. And we will figure out the story, and we will finally make her acknowledge her father being the blacksmith. But I think we'll have to go and come back later to achieve that dialogue. We could just check right now.
What? Do you need? These stones.
No.
None of them.
We'll need to come back a bit
no
later.
Interest.
But yeah, the blacksmith is her father, and the blacksmith is a throwback to an archstone in Demon's Souls. I think Hans linked the image in one of my previous Dark Souls videos. You could check for a link in the description of any of the videos I've forgotten personally. Let's talk to him.
Wait! You found your way out too. The name's Gilligan. Don't make me say it twice. Alright, what do you want? I have everything you need.
Now Gilligan over here, the laddersmith, has a lot of items to sell. He has a few weapons. He has the reinforced club, which is a good strength weapon, one-hander. He's got the whip, which is decent. He's got claws, and he's got the wooden shield, notorious wooden shield. He's got the thief set, actually, which is something I would like to invest in getting the mask of. Not sure if I want the body piece. Let me check how the body piece looks like. Now he's got lacerating knives, which are like throwing knives but that inflict bleeding. He has aromatic ooze or sticky white stuff, which does magic damage. It's a buff. And a bleeding serum, which puts bleed on your weapons. And of course he's got the ladder miniature. We'll use that for later.
Oh, I should have listened to the warnings. This place is flippin' mental. Huh? No, I wasn't born here. I'm from a wee bit out west. That's all. I've seen some rough times. I think I'll settle down for a while. You wouldn't believe the shenanigans that happen in my business. I thought at least here in the middle of nowhere, I could stay clear of, my old pals. Oh, don't ask me what happened. Have you no discretion, me old chum? That gaping hole. Hell, search me. It's where the people around here toss all their rubbish. Corpses, or you know what. Or whatever they'd rather be rid of. Oh, and those human statues, who are they supposed to be? Anybody, I suppose. Probably just some old pagan costume. What's it like at the bottom of the hole? I mean, why in the hell would I know? Ha! Oh, yeah. Somebody told me that the grave of a saint lies below here. Not built by the king, no. It dated back to a time long before him. The tomb connects to that hole. And there's something about some rat king down there. Hell, if the old rat is as rich as they say, maybe I should go and pay him a visit. Oh, I should have listened to the warnings. This place... Huh? Seen some... Oi!
Okay, that's all his dialogue for now. He's hinting at the fact that down here you'll find the catacombs. You'll find the Rat King, which is... Oh, don't fall off. You'll find the Rat King. That's a whole different story, a whole different covenant that we'll talk about later when we get there. But you will find the grave of a saint down there. This is alluring to the fact of the church's presence that was there in the catacombs. We do remember in Dark Souls 1, we went down to the catacombs and we found a patrol by the church, 2 clerics and the princess. And of course down there we did also find Nito, who you found buried there in the first place. So the grave of a saint could be referring to the girl, or it could be referring to Nito's grave, but like I said, we will check that out when we do get there ourselves. Let's talk to him.
I'm glad to see you safe. Take a look up.
I did buy a few items off him, but let's see what he has to say.
I considered returning to my homeland, but I've decided to stay a while longer. I've started to turn a handsome profit now, and I can't bear to give it up.
It's actually funny. It's that this is more related to actual real life as compared to Dark Souls itself. In the beginning, Morgan was considering going back home because he didn't have any money and his shop was not turning any profits. He's an armorer, right? So he thought to himself, it's better to just pack up and go home. But then he was sad in the sense that he didn't remember how to go home, so he was stuck here nonetheless, with no money and without help. So as the player, we did decide to help him. Bought a few of his wares. We got him a little bit of money. We got him a little bit of souls. And all of a sudden things started turning up for him. Now he's actually happy and is like, maybe I shouldn't go home. Maybe I should just stay and keep on selling things since I'm making so much money. But it gives you this vision of real life, that there are some people who are just stuck in the mud. Their lives are at a standstill, and they can make a lot for themselves with just that little bit, that small boost, a little bit of help. They can start making things out of themselves, and this is the story of Morgan in the beginning.
I considered returning to my homeland, but I've decided to stay a while longer. I've started to turn a handsome profit now, and I can't bear to give it up.
But
always open.
But as you can see, he is being overtaken by greed. He doesn't want to really leave yet. He's hoping to make a little bit extra, a little bit more. So yeah, it's a two-sided affair. Xiaoqua.
Oh, who are you again? No, you do have a rather pleasant scent, the type I'm quite fond of.
let's see. At some point in time, we will need to buy this red eye ring. Souls though. Things we do not have. I think we might as well just do it now. Sacrifice her, we don't have to do it in the future. I will abandon the Sun Covenant, as I have no use for it right now. I'm playing this offline, of course, so as to not disturb the playthrough as it's happening. And talk to her.
This place is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused.
I guess she doesn't have...
Satisfied? I'll be around if you ever come back.
She doesn't have any new dialogue for us. Let's see. We went back in here. Let's go actually start doing stuff. We'll come back here in a while when there is a bit more dialogue to give us a bit more information as to what's happening in Lordran. I would like to go see... Actually, let's do that. Last visit to the Emerald Herald. I would like to talk to her, potentially level up once or twice and see what's going on.
Bearer of the curse, seek souls, seek the lest this land.
No shards, let's level up. This is when we start debating what we actually need. Could raise our int to 30. Actually, let's start raising both our int and faith all the way up to 30-30. Or 28-28, and then we'll stop, and then we'll start increasing our other attributes. We need a lot. We need about... Let's see.
That tiny thing inside the ruins. An ancient being that will mock your very existence. She imparts sound wisdom, provided you find her on a good day.
And that's a bit of information about Shalqua in that building. I don't know why she says in the ruins, but talking about Shalqua in this particular building, saying that she'll impart wisdom on you and she'll mock your very existence because she is rather clever. But yeah, since we took this path, we needed to turn.
Just speak up if you're in need of miracles. That's why I'm here.
What miracles do you have? Let's see. Heal, mid heal, great heal exit, replenish, resplendent life, prayer force, lightning spear. And I guess these are things we could potentially buy if we had the money for it, but we don't. God damn it, I don't have souls.
No need. The gods.
Let's hope we have a little something. Just need 2,000. Let's use 2.
Just that.
At least the benefit is that... Oh, why did I do that when I could just teleport to the bonfire? Oh my goodness. This is what happens when you don't play a game for so long. You actually believe that... Oh well.
Go ahead then.
I had... The reason why I'm beating myself up is...
Offer your souls to...
I had sat at the bonfire by Heide's Tower of Flame before. So I could have just teleported there, but now instead I just wasted 2,000 souls. The rust is real. The rust is quite real. Let's just check if we can use the Crimson Palmer. It's not actually all that better. Stability, it's more stable. More stable, let's see, more stable as well. Better things. I guess we could use this one instead. Slowing down a bit. But yeah, at least now I can just I can show you the path back to this place. And kick myself for wasting 2,000 souls I could have used to level up. But anyway, we should recover those souls at some point on our way back here. Heide's Tower of Flame. To be honest with you, I would believe that this is all this that's submerged in water and ruin. I would like to believe this is Arno Londo. I'll explain to you why. Right, let us make a dash. God damn it. I'll explain to you why when I get to the next boss fog. Okay. God damn it. Really slow. Letting these guys catch up so easily. Ooh, we need to kill this guy. Okay, first we have to kill him. Oh, god damn it. I messed up. Oh shit. All of these guys follow. No. Okay, that was extremely scary. But anyway, what I'd wanted to say is we'll be going to fight the old Dragonslayer Ornstein. And if you check, I put up a video quite a while back about how I believe... how can I say this? My points of view on the firstborn son of Lord Gwyn. I had said that I believe that the firstborn son of Lord Gwyn was actually not in Dark Souls 2. Cracked blue eye orbs, yay. I said that the firstborn son of Lord Gwyn was not... Oh my word. Really? Come on now. And the reason why I said that is... I gave reasons as to why I believe that Soler could be the firstborn son of Lord Gwyn and could not be the firstborn son of Lord Gwyn. And then I looked at the possibilities of Ornstein. And I put Ornstein as not a viable candidate, and I gave reasons as to why he shouldn't be the firstborn son. And I looked at the blacksmith Andre of Astoria. I know there's some people out there who also believe there's some potential candidates like Artorias and such, but I also personally don't believe in Artorias, and maybe in some point I could give my point of view as to why I don't think Artorias is any good candidate at all. Run! And yeah, that's another reason why I was believing that this place could be Anolondo, or at least somewhere near Anolondo, is the presence of Lloyd's talismans. The buff is real. The buff is real. Ooh. Ooh, nice one. And if we check out the description right here of the Lloyd's Talisman, we will see some information. I don't know if I read it already. Talisman used by cleric knights, blocks Estus flash recovery, etc. Say that the cleric knights use these talismans to hunt down accursed undead. Cleric knights fight with pride. It doesn't actually say. But if you check out the description in Dark Souls 1, you will know that the Lloyd's Talismans they were used by cleric knights when hunting the undead, because they knew that the undead needed their Estus to recover. So if you disable their Estus, then they will not be able to recover. And they hunted them down and killed them with this fact. Oh, come on. And if you checked out more, if you went deeper into the lore, you found out that these priest knights, or these cleric knights, were under the Church of All-Father Lloyd, who was Gwyn's uncle, if I remember correctly. And why would Lloyd's talismans that belong to the Church of Gwyn's uncle still be doing in Heide's Tower of Flame? We just found a divine blessing as well. I'll check out the description of that when we take care of that problem up there. But as I was saying, you could argue the fact that maybe the church, or old Father Lloyd's church, spread its influence across the lands further than just within Lordran. You could speculate that, of course, but there is no place that says so as well. So it's really hard to speculate. Then as this bridge falls, let's check out the divine blessing. Got 4 actually. Holy water endowed with the divine blessing cures status effects, fully restores HP. Water blessed by an ancient goddess. Her name is long forgotten, and the magic academy of Melfier denies even her existence. In any age there are those who refuse to see reason. It's in their meddling that distorts the truth. So we can see that we're talking about this goddess, potentially Guinevere, of course, and her divine blessings. These pieces of holy water were from her church, and people nowadays, or the people of Melfier's church, are denying that no, she never existed, because if you checked out the lore in Dark Souls 1, she fled. She eloped with the flame god Flynn and ran away while things were going bad, and her father tossed himself to the flame. So there's a lot of lore behind there, but I still believe the biggest piece of lore, and I will link the link to the video I made about Gwyn's firstborn son, where I talked about Ornstein in the description below. Of course, I'll try to remember, but I gave reason as to why he is here, as I know there are many people who've asked why the hell is Ornstein in Dark Souls 2. So god damn it. What you want to do is circle to his right shoulder, but I keep on getting hit by the second attack. If you circle to his right shoulder, since he's not two-handing his weapon, you can get on his blind side. But be careful, that move is unblockable, the one I got hit by in the beginning. Be careful, he does have projectiles. God damn it. Butt smash. Into backstab. Dragonslayer soul in the old Leo ring. This is one ring we will be putting to use if we do decide to go the route of the Espada Ropera. Where is it? Old Leo. Like I said, I talked about Ornstein's possibilities. I talked about why he's not the firstborn son, and I did talk about why he's in Dark Souls 2. Feel free to ask any questions, of course, if you didn't understand anything I said in the video, or if you want to question this particular video I'm making right now, just playing the game. And some people actually noticed the details on these statues. The sandals, the wrapped sandals on the feet. This sword is actually the same design of the Great Lord Greatsword, and you can see the clothing underneath the cloak is similar to Gwyn's clothing, but you have to understand, or you have to notice up there, that the heads are similar to animals, have animal resemblances, so that's not Gwyn's statue at all. The animal faces could mean something else, but one thing you have to understand from Software is that they are known for using or putting a lot of effort and detail into small things. That sometimes when they reuse textures or reuse small things, people try to look for detail and reason within them, and not just realize that they're just reusing content that they have. So these statues could mean nothing at all. It's like they had a design for the Great Lord Greatsword. The sword does not exist in Dark Souls 2, and they needed a sword design for the statue. So they could have just put that there. They've reused a lot of things. So you have to understand that sometimes some things being reused could have meaning, but sometimes it's just a matter of lack of content to put within the game. And yeah, it could have some negatives in that regard. Nah, no good gloves. So you have to keep that in mind, that sometimes some of these small things that have meaning, actually some of them might not have meaning, and this confuses a lot of people. But let us open up these chests and talk to Targray. Cracked blue eye orb. And Heide Knight Iron Mask and Tower Shield. Let's check out the description of the Heide Tower Knight Iron Mask. Oh, took it off. Iron Mask worn by Heide Knights. Whether Heide refers to a kingdom or was just a name for the land is not clear, for no records date back far enough to tell. All that's known is that the Way of Blue has its origins in Heide, and that Heide was later subsumed by the sea. The reason why I'd wanted to talk about that is that Heide, of course, is the land we're in right now. People don't, well, from the description of that, they're saying that people don't know that this kingdom that has been subsumed by the sea, they don't know if it was, like I said, a kingdom, or it was just the name of the entire land. And the reason why I think that's something that's decent, or something that you need to know about, is the fact that it says that there are no records that no records that date back long enough to clarify whether this is true, where someone actually says that no, Heide is this or Heide is that. And that's why in the beginning, when we were in Majula, we were told that many kingdoms have risen and fallen on this land as if a flame lighting up and then vanishing after. We know that it makes us believe that Lordran did exist here, and it's been so long ago that people have forgotten that this was actually the land of Gwyn. This was the land of the gods, and now they're just searching and stumbling. It's like, without their gods, they have no they have no real meaning. And of course, the undead, the humans, and the gods were not the same. They were all at different levels. Well, at least one of the Witch of Isolite's daughters believed that. She believed that she was dubbed an inhuman witch, which made her feel as if she wasn't worth it. But also she said that the undead, you're just a mere undead. So she placed herself above the undead, knowing the fact that she was the daughter of the Witch of Isolite, which was one of the 4 primeval lords. So there is a lot to it, really. You have to understand that there are a lot of levels to it, to the humanity, to, even though I would like to believe that when the large soul appeared to all the pygmies that were under the oppression of the dragons, everyone was the same. Everyone was just this fugitive pygmy, until everyone discovered these souls, and then the 4 primeval lords, being the Witch of Isolite, Gwyn, Nito, and the furtive pygmy, they found these souls, and they became these great lords, and then their offspring, their children, and the people they shared their souls with got places or positions of power and stature within the civilization. So in the end, being undead could mean a certain number of things. It could it could put you down at the bottom of the barrel, but could argue, like, why is that so? Who caused this curse, and why curse those who are lower than everyone else? Because I still believe that the curse was artificially made by one of the gods, maybe someone tied with the church. Let's go sit down at this bonfire. And the reason why I do so is that I believe that it was made by someone tied with the church, or someone tied to Gwyn, maybe Gwyndolin or someone, because they wanted to prolong the Age of Fire. They saw that Gwyn's time was ending, and if Gwyn lost his position of power, then the world would be in turmoil. So they found many ways, elaborate ways, to curse the undead, these mere undead, these slaves or these low-life peasants of the society, to throw themselves at the fire, to give up their humanity, so as to keep the flames going, so that Gwyn could actually stay in power. But anyway, let's talk to Targray and call it quits.
Transient being, you have obtained proof you are worthy of joining our order. You may call yourself one of us, and are free to plant your roots in this garden of the gods. Be proud. I, Targray, do proclaim from this day you are a Knight of the Blue. Rejoice and bask in your new honor. You are no longer a mere vagabond. You are now a guardian, a Knight of the Blue. Proud Knight, take this. Wear this ring and shine light upon stone. Then you will hear the voices of the Blue Apostles. Listen for their cries of help and repel the malicious invaders. This is the proud work of the Knights of the Blue, the way they elevate themselves to a higher plane. I'll provide what you need. You may visit me at any time. Proud knight, you may come to me, Targray, for help.
He'll sell you the halberd, which is, I believe, one of I still believe a very decent weapon, especially for quality builds. And he'll give you some bolt stone, holy water urn, monastery charms. He does have emit force and heavenly thunder, which are all things we can use. Just don't have enough attunement for them now, and I said I still don't know which direction I'll take with this build. Whether it will just be a weapon buff build or an actual casting build, I still don't know.
We Knights of the Blue must rely upon one another to achieve our greater goal. Present your token of fidelity to test your strength against other knights. Proud knight, aim high in all things. We Knights must protect the Apostles of Blue. Never forget this fact, and by your honor, never eschew your training. There are others in this forsaken place who have only a lust for blood. They conspire to ambush Blue Apostles on the road. Knight of the Blue, protect our Apostles from these bloodthirsty brigands. Take pride in your duty as a Blue Knight. Work hard and pursue a higher plane. We Knights of the Blue must rely upon one another to achieve our greater goal. Present your token of to proud knight. We Knights must
Okay. This is it for now. I decided to leave the Iron Keep because I needed to go back around this way, and there are a few things I would like to do here. A few things with Lucatiel. I would like to start the second part of a quest from this angle, as we're going to the Lost Bastille, and then from there we'll go back to the Iron Keep and continue. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Sorry for sounding so dead. Oh my god, so dead. But anyway guys, see you soon.